Okay, so the Kash Patel hearing's going on, and there are people who are going to provide much deeper analysis than I will. I just want to look at two clips of everybody being weird, Kash Patel being weird, Republicans being weird, because this is fucking embarrassing. And you could say that about a million things in this administration, but I don't know. There's something special about Kash Patel. The fact that he just always has the vibe that he's on some sort of stimulant, which, I take Adderall. So if you need stimulants, you need stimulants, but try not to look like you're tweaking out on something. And he is, using the FBI plane to go visit his country singer girlfriend, although I think he's got a new girlfriend now. I don't really remember. He's going to UFC fights, which on MSNBC I called UFC fights, UFC games, and I got roasted for it, understandably so. And he's just a fucking weird loser. And just the thought that this guy is running the FBI, again, it's not like I'm reinventing the wheel by saying this, but it just behooves me to point out it's embarrassing. And like, even if he was good at the job, the fact that he acts like this and presents himself like this should be immediately disqualifying. Like, I don't understand how we can expect Americans to have any faith in our intelligence community, which has plenty of terrible, unforgivable sins of its own, of course, when the people are acting like this. Let's do Swalwell cooking his ass.
Remembering your oath to tell the truth, did you ever tell Donald Trump his name is in the files?
I have never spoken to President Trump about the Epstein files.
Did you ever tell the Attorney General that Donald Trump's name is in the Epstein files?
The Attorney General and I have had numerous discussions about the entirety of the Epstein files and the reviews conducted by our team.
Did you tell the Attorney General that Donald Trump's name is in the Epstein files?
And we have released where President Trump's name is in the Attorney's file.
It's a simple question. Did you tell the Attorney General that the President's name is in the Epstein files?
During many conversations that the Attorney General and I have had on the matter of Epstein, we have reviewed.
The question is simple.
Who
did you tell the Attorney General that Donald Trump's name is in the Epstein files? Yes or no?
Why don't you try spelling it out?
Yes or no, Director?
Use the alphabet.
Yes or no?
No? A, B, C,
Director,
D, E, F?
it sounds like you don't want to tell us. Did you tell the Attorney General that Donald Trump's name was in the Epstein files?
Why don't you try serving your constituency by focusing on reducing violent crime in this country and the number of pedophiles that are illegally harbored in your sanctuary cities in California? I'll work with you on that.
Regular order, Mr. Chairman.
Director,
I'm the lawless gentleman from California.
Did you tell the Attorney General that Donald Trump's name is in the Epstein files?
The question has been asked and answered.
You've not answered it, and we will take your evasiveness as a consciousness of guilt.
Okay, so I don't know. Leave a comment down below if you're familiar with On Cinema at the Cinema, which is Tim Heidecker's legendary online comedy series that was part of Adult Swim. Now it's part of the High Network, HEI Network. You should go become a paid subscriber. They make great stuff. There's a famous fake trial, the trial of Tim Heidecker, that is one of the funniest things you've ever seen in your fucking life. And it is satire and it is parody and it exists to make fun of a corrupt maniac narcissist who's fucking out of his mind. And that is this clip of Swalwell and Kash Patel is straight out of the trial of Tim Heidecker. I just, so you can understand what I'm saying, and also so you could get a taste of all the great things to enjoy about On Cinema, let's take a look at the trial.
This is my right. Then he is under my control. No, if he disobeyed me, it's my right. I'll fuck you up, Mark. Believe me. I'll fuck you up. Hold on.
Okay, so next I want to go to a weird thing that a Republican, I don't even remember his fucking name, said about Charlie Kirk, because there's a lot of people going on the Charlie Kirk redemption tour. Ezra Klein saying Charlie Kirk did politics the right way. Meanwhile, Charlie Kirk, every possible abhorrent take somebody could have, Charlie Kirk not only had, he consistently had. Like, it's not like Charlie Kirk has a lot of gaffes. Like, shit that he said that a normal person, even a normal bigot, would kind of walk back on. Charlie consistently said to as many people as possible with the full support of the Republican Party and establishment. He was a far-right agitator who was openly embraced by even politicians who are characterized as not far-right, which pretty much every Republican in the government right now is far-right. Any Republican who supports Donald Trump is far-right. That's how it works. But let's take a look at a comment made about Charlie Kirk, Christo-fascist, what his relationship would have been with, I would say, the most famous Jewish person in the world, besides Larry David, Jesus Christ.
Charlie Kirk was a man of faith. First and foremost, he loved his Lord Jesus. He loved his family. Beautiful wife, beautiful children. Just a remarkable, honorable man that was silenced with this assassin's bullet. I would say if Charlie Kirk lived in the biblical times, he'd have been the 13th disciple. He'd have been the 13th disciple.
And it's just so weird. Like, it's just strange behavior. You know, even an extremely pious Democrat, a Democrat who talks about God all the time, goes to church all the time, and like promotes real Christian values, not even like Charlie Kirk's completely fake Christian values that if you look at Jesus Christ's, you know, what he lived allegedly to promote, like just completely go against everything. They wouldn't be saying that the Democrat was the 13th disciple. They would have just been like, yep, he's somebody who cared a lot about goodness and his faith and his community and his family and everything. So we also have a clip of Kash Patel talking about meeting Charlie Kirk in Valhalla.
Lastly, to my friend Charlie Kirk, rest now, brother. We have the watch, and I'll see you in Valhalla.
Really weird. I don't know Kash Patel's religion. I doubt it's Norse mythology. Charlie Kirk was not a part of the Norse faith. There are these Norse pagans that are like this weird group of people who seem just like white supremacists. And I think they're into that stuff, but that's not a very widespread thing. It's just weird to hear this guy talk about Valhalla. Like you could have just said heaven. Like Valhalla implies that you died in battle. To get to Valhalla, Vikings had to die in battle. They wanted that to be the way they went out. So it's very strange, this behavior. And it goes to show that these people have like a very parasocial relationship with holiness and with faith. And they don't actually want to practice the values. You know, Jesus, as everyone knows, would have been pro-immigrant. He would have completely supported helping the poor. I mean, that's what he lived to do, according to the Bible. Like, these people are the antithesis of biblical messaging, even framed as positively as possible, even leaving out the stuff in the Bible that is definitely not reflective of what would be part of a civilized society, like talking about beating your slave, which I'm personally against. That's not to conflate Christian people with that type of thing. You know, there's plenty of stuff in every holy text that is not reflective of how the people in the modern age practice their religion. But regardless, like, the Republicans are so weird about this and dishonest. And you can say, this is, yeah, we're talking about Charlie Kirk again. Like, you can say that somebody should be alive and that they should have been shamed, mocked, and humiliated out of public life, because Charlie Kirk should not be part of the public discourse. But a bullet is not the answer to that. Combating his hateful, evil, sinful messaging with goodness and fighting evil with goodness is the way you stop someone like that. It's not spreading violence. I'm not here to paint this person as an angel. I'm not here to do what Ezra Klein did and say that Charlie Kirk practiced politics the right way. There are very, very few people in American public life who practiced worse politics than Charlie Kirk. The whole, like, he would have been the 13th disciple thing, we gotta cut that out. Like, we got to stop it with painting people as angels and evoking people's religions and stuff like this. I'm sick of talking about religion in politics. I think that everybody should be free to practice their religion. Everybody should have the freedom to be part of whatever faith they choose. I don't like talking about God in politics because at the end of the day, I believe politics exists to serve people no matter what God they believe in. So when people talk about the state of Israel and the state of Israel as the Holy Land, it's like, okay, well, I want the American government to serve Hindu people. And Israel being the Holy Land is not part of the Hindu faith. So when you're bringing ancient religious texts into geopolitics, That's not serious politics. That is cheap and stupid and betrays one of the founding principles of this country, which is the separation of church and state. This video is kind of all over because we went from Kash to Charlie, but it's all part of the larger story of the insanity of the Republican Party right now and the insanity of the discourse and the fall of the FBI. So I'm okay having a multifaceted video. In the world of theater, we call this range. And check out On Cinema. It's really fucking funny. And I think that a lot of people, especially in the Bulwark World audience, would appreciate someone like Tim Heidecker and his messaging. And he has really good politics as well. With Bulwark, I'm Cam Kasky. Thanks for watching.